What's up, YouTube world and Forex traders? Really quick, you guys, we're going to be hitting our analysis with your boy Colio and my partner.
This is JP, guys. What's up?
So we're excited, you guys. Tomorrow's NFP. Let's kind of do the technical and fundamental breakdowns of what our predictions and expectations are for tomorrow. So starting with two pairs, only two pairs you guys we're covering today. Let's start with UJ first, and then we'll hit EU second. So UJ overall, the bias is actually pretty simple. It's a bullish bias, primarily for a few different reasons here. First off, there was a large long-term rally that occurred, and recently we had that breakout happen 2 days ago, right? So on this daily candle, officially broke out, popped higher, and now we're kind of seeing some retracement, some small bearish moves, and now we're expecting that next pull for the remainder of this daily candle to be bullish. Okay, so we're expecting a move up, possibly up into, let's see, up into the 10, closer to the 108 area, into the high 107s. Okay, so that's the analysis and the overall idea for UJ. And moving on to EU, where is it? There it is. EU, we're seeing a nice retracement happen right now. Okay, a very strong retracement actually. So overall, the bias for this, however, is a drop. Okay, it's had quite an interesting week here of bearish momentum. We also saw a breakout on this from the previous rally that it's going through. It hasn't completely broken out yet, but overall, we are expecting this thing to drop a little bit lower. So after we see the retracement, we expect some consolidation prior to NFP. So keep your eyes out on that 1 hour chart. And when you see the consolidation, you're going to know it's getting close to that time. From there, we expect to break a fall and a long-term price point. I guess a short-term price point. Actually, it's going to be like 121.80 is really the expectation here. Long-term, we may see this if it breaks the 121.80 level and pops below 121.50. We may see this come down all the way into the 120 range. So that's overall the technicals. Let's hop on the fundamentals real quick. I'll throw it over to JP.
Okay, guys. Pre-NFP analysis, right? Fundamentally speaking, if you guys know what NFP is, if you don't, let me read it for you. Changing the number of employed people during the previous month, excluding the farming industry. That's why it's called non-farm payroll. Okay. So what we can basically look back at is what happened in the previous weeks, right? Because we have so what we want to know and how to predict these things is when we look at employment, right? So how many people got jobs and how many people lost jobs and became unemployed, right? If the unemployment data in the past rose or if it fell, if you look back, then we can see that on the, I have that marked out, let me just grab that back. So unemployment data, or was it employment rates, for the US was positive. So more people got jobs, right? So less people unemployed. And if there's less people unemployed, then that means that more people got jobs, which basically adds on to NFP being positive because it's rising, right? It did not drop though. So analysts are saying that they are expecting a bullish NFP for tomorrow, just basically because the forecasted NFP size is 188K. Okay, so 188K. That's the number that the Bureau of Statistics in the U.S. put out there for people to look out for, right? For them to know and expect something from the market, right? So this is what they're expecting. Now, analysts are saying, together with Barclays, big banks, right, investment banks, they are expecting it to come bullish and come around 200K-ish. Now, as the previous month, that is not as much as the previous month because the previous month it was 313K. in people, so more people getting jobs, right? And this month is only going to be 200K. But even though it's less than last month, it is more than what the Bureau of Statistics is expecting. Okay, so these things, of course, you have to be here live, right? You have to follow the US live, and when they come out, it's when you really know. Okay, so 188 expecting. If it's below that, we have negative NFP, and if it's above that, we have positive NFP. Fundamentals leaning more towards the bullish side, though, right now. Okay. Next to that, important stuff to look at is the average hourly earnings report coming out and your unemployment data next to NFP, right? It's not only NFP, because if NFP is bullish and the other two are bearish, then you don't want to trade that, right? Because you're going to get wicked to the upside, to the downside, and it's going to end up being like 105 doji. Yeah? So look at these events. The most important one next to NFP is average hourly earnings. Why? Because average hourly earnings covers fundamentals all over the long term, right? Because that means that people are earning more averagely, right? So if people are earning more, then they are going to spend more, right? There's even an event later in the month that is going to show you how much people spent, right? So if people are earning more and they're not spending it, then that's bad for the economy. You know, what are people doing with their money, right? If the economy is bad, people are going to tend to save up or invest in stuff to grow their money, right? So NFP, average hourly earnings, and unemployment data. Okay, NFP is expected. Barclays big, so one of the biggest investment banks, expected to come in 200K. The average hourly earnings expected to come, so an increase of 0.2%, which is about 0.5% right now, because the forecast is 0.3, right? So an extra 0.2. And next to that, unemployment rates will come in a little more, will come in the same as is forecast. So that's what they're expecting, right? Bullish NFP, bullish average hourly earnings, and like a neutral unemployment rates. But again, you have to be here live, 8:30 in the morning tomorrow morning. So great success. Great luck.
All right, you guys. So just hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell button so you're notified every time there's a video out. So that way in the future you can catch these videos, because if you're watching this and it's past Friday, then you know what happened and it's not of use to you. And go follow us on Instagram. Go follow us on, do we have a Twitter? Maybe Twitter. I don't know. Subscribe. Anyways, talk soon and let's kill these markets every week, week in, week out.